Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is. It is November 6th, 2024. We made it.
Holy shit, did we ever, man?
I'm not going to lie. I kind of played Real American by Rick Derringer over and over again in my car today. I didn't drive very far, but I might have listened to that song every chance I could get inside my car today.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we made it. Um,
Yes,
can,
we did, man. Look, I know it's an exciting time for some people in this country, but I'm sure I could just talk for everybody who's into sports. We're just happy that all the political ads are going to cease now and we can get back to ball, baby.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we missed last week. I got the flu, almost died. Pretty much felt like I almost died. So that's on me for us not having a show last week. My apologies.
It's all good, man. We're just glad to hear you're sounding a lot better than you were last week.
Yeah, yeah. I can't breathe through my nose, but you know, ever since I moved to Kentucky, every 30 days I'm sick. I love it here. It's great.
Somebody, somebody somewhere giving you a sign, man, telling
Yeah.
you need to relocate. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, I'm gonna send you that PowerPoint about like top 100 reasons on why you should move to Texas. I'll send that out here to you shortly.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We'll get that pitch going right now.
So we're gonna do things a little differently, right? We're not gonna talk about last week. Number one, I don't want to talk about it. Number two, we're uh we're 9 games into the season. We got 5 left, and
Yeah,
then it's playoff time.
dude, don't remind me, man.
Yeah,
It's bittersweet. Like we're so excited for it to get here, and then like within a blink of an eye, it seems like the season's gone. So
it is. So
home
let's talk about
stretch.
the standings. Let's talk about where everybody's sitting and who doesn't have a shot in hell.
According to the percentages that ESPN is graciously given us, man. It seems like really the only person that is just beyond life support is probably the Surrender Cobras. I feel like he's probably gonna have to win out just to make the dance. He's sitting there at 2%. Everybody else is, in the double digit realm, we'll say. And yeah, we've got, let's see, how many teams we got here? One, two, three. We've got, half the league with at least a 58% or higher. And then we've got wide receiver and CD's nuts pretty much sitting there at break even, a coin flip situation. So, you're looking at almost 8 teams that have a pretty healthy chance of making it. And then you've got Ass and TDs, Lower the Boom, Surrender Cobras, and fuck, we got a name change here.
We have a name change.
Oh shit. Amala's campaign manager.
I'm just
Or
so
should
used
I
to
say
lose. I'm so
or
used to
should I say
losing over the last 4 weeks that I just go ahead and change my name, dude. I am no longer Unk Shay's Instagram manager. I am now Kamala's campaign manager.
Kamala?
Kamala.
There we go. So Kamala's campaign manager. All right, man. Well,
That's
welcome
right.
to the league.
Thanks, man.
Welcome to the league. Hey man, before we start talking about these matchups, man, I feel like now that you and I are technically on the left side of the aisle with these team names, like you gonna be able to help a sister out this week. And Nancy's got a pretty important matchup, man. There's a lot of nervousness going on up there in Northeast Georgia. I know they're excited. They got all their votes counted in a day, so shout out to them. But you know, I feel like there's one manager in our league that might be a little nervous that one of them last minute trade deals gets done before this weekend. Yeah, Ben. Yeah. Anyway, shall we talk about week 10?
I mean, I do have a corrupt boss. You never know. I might pull something out of my hat.
Oh man. Hey,
Yeah, let's talk
you
about
do
week 10.
know if Kyron Williams did end up on my roster prior to week 10, there's a pretty high chance that the Jolly Roger ends up on the View the next day, right?
He'd fit right in. Right next to Whoopi. Looks the same.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. I'm tired of losing, dude. The gloves are off for everybody in this league the rest of the season. I know I have no shot in hell. The rest of the season is just nothing but people getting cooked on this show.
I'm looking forward to this episode then.
With love.
With love. Let's fire this shit up, man. What we got for week 10, brother?
So we have the first place loser, Surrender Cobras versus Mrs. Commish.
All right, man. I'll start on the Mrs. Commish side of the ball. I do like the running backs that she's rolling out there to a degree this week. James Cook's been solid all season, and I know Chuba's he's got a tougher matchup this week against the G-Men, but I want you to just take a stab right now, just like a shot in the dark, man. His scoring ranking so far this season, where you got him at? What do you think?
Chuba?
Give me like a range. Chuba Hubbard, what you got?
Top 20?
He's 9. He is number 9 in scoring in non-PPR format right now.
Yes, he is.
That's insane. That is insane. And you know as well as I do, if you and I were to pull the trigger on him in next year's draft, that bitch outside the top 40. Like,
I won't touch
let's not even BS ourselves.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think obviously she's going to make a move at QB with Gino being on the bye. I'm not quite sure if she's going to roll out Marvin Harrison Jr. because she's pretty upset about his output last week, so I feel like a change would be coming there. On the Cobra side of the ball, man, I think the big question with him this week is going to be the health of A.J. Brown. He exited last week, and it came out later that it was just like a contusion, I guess, and they said he could have played. So that was kind of a head scratcher. So I guess I'm not really sure where his health situation is going to be at, man. But I feel like Mrs. Commish is in a must-win situation. So I mean, I'm going to roll with the wide receiver this week. But this one's close, and this one's in the mud. I think, man, we could be looking at like 75 to 72 type situation.
Sorry for me not knowing, but is CJ Stroud hurt?
I don't think he's hurt. I think Stroud's biggest problem is Tank Dell is his best receiver right now. And the fact that Joe Mixon is toting the rock at a clip that is
Fair.
probably not sustainable.
Fair. So it's hard for me to gauge this without knowing who she's going to run a quarterback, but I think it's at this point it might be a crime to not have DeAndre Hopkins in her lineup. I said this a couple weeks ago. I'll say it again. He has lost no steps. He just lost a quarterback for a few years. He's still DeAndre Hopkins. He proved that last weekend. I think Eric's going to have the upper hand here, though. As long as those questionables are healthy, I think Eric's going to win. Give me Surrender Cobras 95 to 85 over one receiver. Moving on, CD's Nuts versus Lower the Boom.
All right, man. I'm gonna start on Alexander's side of the ball. CD's nuts. He's got some holes in the lineup right now. Like we're anticipating some waiver transactions to happen between now and tomorrow. So your guess is as good as mine on who he's gonna pick up. Joe Mixon has got an awful matchup this week at home, Sunday Night Football against Dan Campbell's boys and the Detroit Lions. I think Mixon's gonna come back to earth. I mean, this could be a matchup where Mixon finishes between like 12 and 15 points. The other one that I am cautiously pessimistic on, Achan is going to be on the road Monday Night Football, going to East Coast to West Coast. And, Florida State hasn't had much to brag about this season at all on the college football gridiron, but their boys Jared Verse and Brandon Fisk have been playing pretty good ball out there in LA for the Rams. So I feel like Achan is going to have probably a slightly more difficult matchup than probably what's going to be on paper. And on lower the boom side of the ball, man, I think, let's see here. I like Evan Ingram this week, man. With Brian Thomas kind of being banged up, he has had probably a few more targets than
That was weird.
than he's probably had on average. So I will say I'm gonna go with lower the boom this week, man. I think he gets the dub.
Yeah, a lot of uncertainty for CD's nuts at wide receivers. CD Lamb's beat up, like you said. This one's not even close for me. Give me lower the boom by 30. Clark, I still hate your team name. It's pretty corny. Moving on. Aston TDs versus Iron Smoke.
I am going to predict this one with the anticipation that Christian McCaffrey makes his long-awaited return to the gridiron. I know he started up practice this week, so I mean, I guess we'll probably get the official announcement as we move closer to the game. There are question marks galore on the bench for Iron Smoke. I'm not quite sure how these people are going to fare when it gets closer to game time. I look at somebody like Deebo Samuel that over the last couple weeks has kind of really been in and out of the games for periods. So, I mean, that's a big roll of the dice if he's going to be in the starting lineup. The current projections on this are in the 70s, so it looks gross, man. But I'm going to go. I think Ass and TDs finds a way. They're going to play. They're going to plug Taysom Hill into the lineup, it looks like. And I'm going to assume that Christian McCaffrey plays. And if that's the case, man, I think the two of those guys will probably combine for probably about 30 points this week. So give me Ass and TDs. Let's say I think she goes over 90, man. Give me Ass and TDs. Let's say 94 to 89 this week.
I agree. I think Aston TDs is going to win as well. Christian McCaffrey, I think, will play. But he's going to get hurt again. Sorry.
Let's hope not. But
sorry. The punches are rolling. I don't think he just bounced back from that kind of injury. I mean, I know he's been out for 9 weeks, but
tendonitis.
That's like a thing. I don't know. He's an athlete. We'll see.
So you got Iron Smoke in this one?
No, I'll still take Aston TDs.
Let's go.
By 40.
Ooh.
But Christian McCaffrey.
Spicy. That's spicy.
Christian McCaffrey.
That's almost as spicy as 47 taking Pennsylvania the other night, huh? That's spicy.
Are we gonna do this?
No, we're not. Moving on.
So moving on.
Speaking of spicy.
Yeah. So the AT Aliens.
That was a good transition, right?
And might be one of the worst teams in the league as far as points goes, but definitely is number one in name changes this season. Kamala's campaign manager. And AT Aliens. What do you got?
This is you and me talking, brother.
No,
You gotta do something. You just and listen, man. You gotta do something with Sam Laporta. Like he might be like the one guy on your team that I feel like he might be more disappointed than anybody else in.
third pick in the draft cooked me. Yep.
I mean, like the way his season went last year was just insane.
Yep.
But I mean, listen, man, I'm still kind of feeling your pain as well, not to your degree, but I mean, St. Brown hasn't been used as much at all, you know, compared to previous years, because Dan Campbell's just gotten toting in the rock, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like you and I really just need Jahmyr Gibbs to get hurt, and that would be like that would open things up for Laporta, St. Brown. I mean, I'm sure even Snitches Get Stitches could get on board with that helping out Monty. You know what I mean?
Jameson
Who's
Williams.
got? Yeah, there you go, James. Who's got Gibbs, by the way? Let's see here. Who's got Gibbs? Oh shit.
Probably Ben.
The Jolly Roger does, yeah. Okay. Well, then I mean, like, see, look, like it's like league-wide unity right here, man. The champ loses a premier piece of his team, man, and everybody prospers. You know what I mean?
I love Ben. I can't be that mean to him, dude.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. So
You
back
can.
to
Your
business,
family
man.
is.
Yeah, that's my bloodline right there, man. So, all right, back to business here. AT Aliens taking on you. I think Neighbors is going to have a big game. I mean, he's going up against one of the worst defenses in the league. So hopefully Daniel Jones can get it rolling against the Panthers. And I'm sure Neighbors has probably been like, hey, bro, like, I'm the best player on the offense side of the ball. Get it to me. I just think AT Aliens is going to have too much firepower for you, man. I mean, Kamala's campaign manager's probably been getting cooked all week, so let's just stay with it, you know. I'll take AT Aliens big. Like what? Like 277 to 226 or something like that. We'll go with that. Is that what the count is right now? We'll go with that.
You took my fucking joke.
Let's go, baby. Hey, man, that's why we're like right here, bro.
So, hold on, let me pull this up. Right. I was literally gonna pull it up when you said it. So I was gonna go and say that I was gonna have the week of my life, and I was gonna score in upwards of 226 points. But somehow Doug was gonna score 295, and I was still gonna lose. Jokes aside, this name change is going to pivot me to greatness. I will win every game the rest of the season.
Yes. Yeah.
I will. I can't even say this out loud. I will win this league.
Yes.
With this shitty fucking team I have. Okay. Caleb Williams, 17 touchdowns this weekend.
Good ship it.
Sam Laporta, 4 throwing touchdowns this weekend. Okay.
Oh, Lord Jesus, help us. Oh.
No one's going to see it coming, and for that reason only it's going to happen. I am going to absolutely destroy Doug. 120 to 90.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Or maybe I'll lose 47-46.
Ooh. What we got next? We got what? Snitches get stitches taking on the YouTube safe name, huh?
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, old brother-in-law, he's been just chugging right along, dude. And yeah, I don't he's not slowing down, man. Like unless Lamar Jackson comes out and puts a 40 burger up, I don't Snitches doesn't have the firepower. Derrick Henry, I mean, okay, cool, he's playing on Thursday Night Football. Like, I mean, the guy has been insane this season. He's averaging 21 points a game in non PPR format.
You ever wonder what he could have done on a good team?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I mean, the Titans had a couple years, right? But like,
Yeah.
imagine what he could have done on like a really good team. We could be talking about the best running back to ever walk the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm. He's had 5 games this year where he's gone north of 24 points.
Yeah.
So they were at Cincinnati in week 5, and he went for 15.6. I mean, if it stays like at 15 or below, then I would say, okay, Snitches might start sneaking around the old chicken coop, like old Corso says, and has a shot here. But I don't know, man. I got to roll with YouTube safe name. I think he gets to he improves to 7-3 on the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on this one. Derrick Henry, I don't know where and when he went. Did he go first round? If he did, he went late.
In this year's draft?
Yeah.
No, he went like late second round. Because YouTube took he took Brees Hall with his first pick. I think he had like the 3rd or the 4th pick. I think it was the 4th pick. And or no, excuse me, it was the 5th pick. It was right in front of me. Yeah. So yeah, he took Brees Hall first round, and then he came back with Derrick Henry in the second round. So yeah, thanks for reminding me that I probably had a choice between Derrick Henry and Garrett Wilson. And
well, I'm sitting here thinking about it myself. I took Kyron Williams, and then I took ETN on the flip, and I think I missed Derrick Henry too. So
yeah. Derrick Henry was like the back half of the second round.
Yeah, not as bad as my pick. Okay, so you have that. Fuck Travis
So yeah,
Etienne.
I'll take YouTube safe name this week comfortably.
Yeah, I will as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna even give you a point total. Your name sucks too. Isn't he an engineer?
Oh, the brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
makes his creativity makes sense.
Yeah. He builds bridges for a living.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck.
Here we go.
All right. 5-star time.
Can you bat lead off on this one, please? Please. I don't ever ask anything of you, man, except to produce this whole fucking show. But you know,
I absolutely will take lead off on this.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 5-star is Jolly Roger and the commish. Nancy P's fantasy team. She won last night, didn't she? That bitch is half dead.
The stock picks are safe for another term, baby.
Yeah. I bet she picks Depends soon. Fucking Skeletor. Ugh. She's like skull and bones covered in wrinkles and titties.
Hey,
sorry.
Hey,
Anyways,
say what you want about it, Aunt Nancy, but hey, she's ripped off 6 straight, man.
Yeah. You should change your team. You should change your team name to Nancy P's Meat Market.
Can't do that, man. I got it working right now. All right. Anyway.
So I'm pretty sure Jolly Roger. That's the longest running name in this league, right?
It's got to be up there, man. I think Snitches Get Stitches has been around for a while too. I would say of all the team names, I feel like
Those two. Well, and Iron Smoke.
yeah,
That's been around a while.
and I'd also say Ass and TD. So there's about 4 teams I feel like that have like not changed their name for a good period of time. But I would say the Jolly Rogers got to be, if it ain't one, it's 1B,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So on paper and projection, the Jolly Roger is going to take your lunch money this weekend. He's 4-5 on the season. You're 7-2, right? You weren't doing too hot at the beginning of the season. Then you beat me in week 6, and since then you just been on fire, haven't you, buddy? Appreciate that. Thanks for ending my season 4 weeks ago. Anyways, both your quarterbacks are awful, right? Kyler Murray, definitely wouldn't want him on my team. Raheem Mostert looks like he's taking a backseat to Devin Achane, which should have happened last season if Achane stayed healthy. Those touchdowns were a fluke. We all know that he is about as reliable as the Democratic campaign. Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, they're starting to get some chemistry going, especially when you have Zeus on the other side of that lineup. Garrett Wilson can actually get open. So my premise a few weeks ago was correct, right? Top to bottom, you look good except for your quarterback. Over on the Jolly Rogers side, we already called it Jahmyr Gibbs. He's done for the season this weekend. Alvin Kamara sucks. Justin Jefferson doesn't have anybody to throw to him. Drake London's a fraud. Overall, I really couldn't give two shits about this matchup. But I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Jolly Roger because that's my dog. Yep. 295 to 226 or whatever it was.
All right.
Was that good enough?
That was beautiful, man.
All right.
That was absolutely beautiful. The only sliver of hope this week that I have is the fact that ESPN has this projected to be just grossly one-sided. And you know as well as I do, that is typically the kiss of death. I don't know where it's coming from, but you know as well as I do, Aunt Nancy always has something cooking. And I feel like it is not going to be a collective effort this week. It is going to be one man going for like, I don't know, a 50 burger.
Mike Vick circa 2011.
Like something is gonna happen on this roster that is just gonna make your mind just go. And my cousin Ben, well, I mean, it's the same geographical region up there in Northeast Georgia, but I'm probably gonna have to end up mailing a fat head of like Ray Davis up there after like he just pops off. So
Fathead's gonna have to make that. I don't think they have any Ray Davis fatheads laying around.
So, anywho,
if they make a Kyler Murray fathead, it'll be a normal size head.
So, hey man, hey, if Murray goes for 50 against AA Ron and the boys, then
it ain't happening.
Like I said, man. But anyway, I don't know who it's coming from or where it's coming from, but something nuts is gonna happen, and it's gonna be one of those Sundays, man. So I can't go out like that, man. And Nancy's making it 7 straight. It sinks that fucking shit.
The highest scoring player on your team is going to be Justin Tucker tomorrow night.
I hope it's a 30 piece. Oh, Ben would be sick. He would be ill. Physically ill.
It would be funny if Tucker put up 30 and you were smoking him, and then Dallas played, and Brandon Aubrey put up 31.
Now, see, Aubrey putting up 31 to me is more realistic than Tucker putting up 30.
Jerry Jones should fire himself.
Yeah, he really should. He really should. But
that team is awful.
anyhow.
All right.
Well, glad to see you this week, brother. And I'm glad you're feeling better, man.
Kinda. Appreciate
You're on
that.
the mend. You're on the mend.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go watch more funny videos of people being very upset.
Anyway. God
In all
bless
honesty,
the
I'll be transparent, dude. I really don't just make things easier for normal people like us, man. I don't give a shit who's up there. They're all fucking full of shit. They all are. But I do enjoy a good comedy that is the day after the election in the United States of America. So
Anyway, I was gonna say we've got some recorded television to catch up on, right?
YouTube is a fantastic place right now.
You best believe.
Yeah.
Well, stay safe out there, everyone, man. Have a great rest of your week. Good luck this weekend. Except my cousin.
And Doug.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Fuck both y'all.